Sunny out here today. What's going on? We are here with another Who Wins video. I enjoy these Who Win videos, man, because I've been watching boxing since I was a kid, man. And I used to get excited when my step pops would say, hey, we about to watch Mike Tyson versus Holyfield, or Mike Tyson versus Bruce Seldon, whoever. HBO order it pay-per-view. I used to get excited, even for free fights. I used to get excited, and I used to sit there before the fights, and I'd be like, I know he gonna win, he gonna win, or he gonna win. And I used to be right about a lot of that shit at that age. It's crazy. It's crazy. Even me, when I get into fist fights, I already know who's gonna win the fight. I see it before it happened, man. I'm like, I'm gonna knock this motherfucker clean out. And I've done that in a few of my fights, man. Made people throw up. Everything. I've been punched in the mouth. I've been jumped, nose broke, ribs broken, cut across the nose, and still ended up fighting motherfuckers that did it to me while I'm all banged and bruised up. So when people say you don't know nothing about fighting, I know quite a bit, and my fighting is without gloves, with these right here. But just wanted to throw that in there, man. Hope y'all having a great morning. Let's talk about who wins between Errol Spence Jr. and Keith Thurman. Now, in the past, Errol Spence wanted to fight Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman, a lot of people saying he was ducking Errol. But the word ducking is broad. Everybody uses it in a broad terms, but you know what I mean? You have to put it where you got to put it in terms as well as if somebody send you a contract and y'all were talking shit about each other, and then they send you the contract, you turn it down and you find ways to wiggle out of it. That would be like an official ducking. That has never happened with Keith Thurman. So I still like Keith Thurman, man. I think Keith Thurman is an exciting fighter. Everything. Errol wanted to fight him back then, and Keith was like, he needs time to grow, and yeah. I don't think that's ducking. I think that's just sucker shit, so to say. Fighter want to fight you. I don't give a fuck if he's 15 years old or 25 years old. Get in there and try to knock his ass out and win. I don't care about if you only had 3 fights. Hey, listen. If you stepping in me, talking about you want to fight me, and you a fucking young whippersnapper, all right, let's go. Let me see what you got. If you could whoop on me, we about to find out tomorrow or whenever. Sign the contract and let's see what happens. If I whoop your ass, maybe that's a learning curve for you. You know what I mean? So I'm not really into that, let him grow, he need a belt bullshit. Errol Spence be saying that bullshit too, man. He was moving the goalposts when it came to Bud too. First he told Bud he had to get a belt. I'm getting off topic. I can get into that in another video. I'll talk about that later. But right now, we talking about Errol Spence versus Keith Thurman. Who wins that fight if they was to ever fight? Nothing's official. Now Errol Spence don't want to fight him. He's being a prima donna about shit, and everybody's okaying that shit. Oh, he did the same. Keith Thurman did the same thing to Errol Spence when he had a belt and when Errol didn't have a belt. So, what the fuck is this? Is this patty cake? Unbelievable. Who cares? So, like I said, let's get into who wins this and why. Well, you got Errol Spence Jr. Underrated defense, in my opinion. Good footwork. which has been shown in the last few fights. He's been showing that he has good footwork. A lot of people saying he didn't prior to that. In his older fights, they say he didn't know how to move his feet, and he doesn't have any movement. He doesn't move his head a lot, but that's just how he is. You know, you can't. You know, some fighters are just they just fight the way they fight. You know, sometimes you got fighters that move their head, some don't move their head. Can't criticize old fighters for not moving their head, because some people don't move their head and they still don't get hit. And Errol Spence doesn't get hit a lot. He doesn't. I mean, unless he stands there and trades with you, but when he moves around, he don't get hit. Look at his face versus Sean Porter. He stood in the pocket with Sean Porter. So that's the most I've seen Errol Spence's face bruised, when he stood there and decided to fight and trade with Porter. Then look at Errol Spence's fight with Danny Garcia. He had a little swelling, I think, somewhere under here. Then look at his fight with Lamar Peterson. Look at his fight with he stood there in the pocket with Kell Brook. Had some like little bruising. Mikey Garcia moved around, nothing. So Errol Spence definitely has good defense. Ring IQ as well. He's strong, good power, mediocre speed. Then you got Keith Thurman. Good footwork, good body movement, good puncher, great power as well. The way that fight would end up going is, you know, Errol's a body puncher. Everybody knows that. Keith Thurman is very susceptible to body shots. We saw that with Josecito Lopez. I think Pacquiao hurt him to the body as well. I think Danny might have hurt him to the body. Was it Danny or Sean? It was one of them, I think, hurt him to the body. And the problem with Keith Thurman is when he gets hit to the body, he just does this thing. He like scissors, you know, sidesteps and moves around instead of clinching. That's just something with them. You know what I mean? Some boxers, that's how they respond to shit when they're hurt. They move around instead of holding, which is kind of dangerous. Can't do that with everybody. You know what I mean? Somebody will capitalize and it'll knock you out. Somebody like Errol. So his body work, his susceptible to body shots is going to be a problem in this fight. If he can't handle Josecito Lopez's body work, or Pacquiao, I know for a fact he can't handle Errol Spence's body work. So he's going to have to build up his punch resistance somewhere down there in his core. He's going to have to do something like that. Learn how to be better defensively to his body. Tuck in, shell in a little bit better. That's the only thing I can see. But he moves around a lot. Keith Thurman is a good mover. He plants himself when he needs to plant himself. Like he's a balanced fighter in my opinion. He's an all around great fighter. Good power, movement, good speed. He's definitely has more speed than Errol Spence. So I see Keith Thurman. He's gonna end up. He likes to trade as well too. Then he's gonna sit there and trade some shots with Errol at times. Then he's gonna move out, come in, trade, move out. He's gonna move like that, and Errol's gonna try to walk him down, tear him up to the body. Keith Thurman is definitely gonna touch Errol to the face. He's very strong. He's strong. He's a strong fighter, but I see that fight going to the cards. I don't see Errol Spence knocking Keith Thurman out. Keith Thurman has a great chin. Never seen him wobbled. Nothing. I see that fight going to the cards with Errol Spence getting the best of the fight. 12-round decision for Errol Spence. That fight, he's definitely going to hurt Keith Thurman to the body, but Keith Thurman's going to overcome that. I don't think he's going to stop Keith Thurman, not even to the body. It's a possibility, but I don't think he will. I think he'll end up, because Keith Thurman, he's durable, so I think he's gonna end up taking it to the end. He's gonna give Errol a good fight, man. I know a lot of people don't like Keith Thurman and they say he's not over the hill, bro. If he was to fight Errol right now, that would be a good ass fight, and I think he would give Errol a run for his money. But I just don't think he beats Errol simply because the body work. He's not gonna be able to handle that. It's a possibility he could get stopped to the body, but I doubt it. I think he's gonna end up making it all 12 rounds, and Errol Spence is gonna end up winning that fight. 12-round decision. Just my take. Let me know what you think about this fight if they ever fought. Get back to you later. Peace out.